all, today's top breaking news with Gitanjali from Bayan Times.
Tirumala Temple all set to open doors for devotees from Thursday after successful trial run. The Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam's TTD is all set to resume darshan at Tirumala for members of the public from Thursday. The TTD, which had been conducting a trial run of the darshan for its staff, employees and locals in Tirumala for the past 2 days, resumed sale of online tickets for the public. Apart from online tickets, the TTD has put on sale tickets at Tirupati also. Though the TTD proposed to provide darshan to 6,000 devotees with physical distancing norms, it is likely to enhance the numbers as it was able to allow more than 6,000 people to have darshan in the 2 days of the trial run. While 3,000 tickets per day will be put on sale online, another 3,000 will be issued at Tirupati to facilitate darshan to those who visit from rural areas and do not facilities to book tickets online. Officials said all the 3,000 tickets put online have been booked till June 19. People from containment and red zones not allowed, children below 10 years and people aged above 65 years not allowed. Vizianagaram topped state by providing MGN REGs worth to over 6 lakh. Vizianagaram topped the state in providing wage works to MGN REGs cardholders. There is surge in demand after the huge influx of migrant workers. A record 6,15,496 people worked in this district on Monday under the MGN REGs. As many as 11,250 new job cards have been provided to the migrants who returned since the lockdown began. Vizianagaram is followed by Anantapur with 5,80,612. Prakasam 5,45,262 and Srikakulam 5,25,209 labourers. After the relaxation given for MGN REG's works, District DWMA officials started the works only with 1,000 labourers in the first week of April. About 2 months after that, the district set a record by providing wage works to more than 6 lakh labourers. About 17,600 migrants got works under the MGN REGs. There were about 4,46,000 job cards with a total of 8,37,000 wage seekers who registered before the lockdown was announced. About 17,600 new wage workers have been added to the list from April 1st. TDP will raise YSRC government failures in the assembly, says Naidu. Alleging that the YSRC government miserably failed in the last 1 year, causing untold hardships to the farmers and common man, TDP Supremo N. Chandrababu Naidu said that all its failures would be raised in the ensuing assembly session. He also called upon TDP leaders and elected representatives to wage a relentless fight against the Jagannath Reddy government on issues related to farmers and poor people. In the name of implementing development schemes, the ruling YSRC was indulging in scams, he alleged. Holding an online meeting with TDP in charges, elected representatives, and district presidents on Tuesday, Naidu said irregularities were taking place even in purchase of coronavirus testing kits and bleaching powder during the corrupt YSRC regime. All scams and irregularities that took place during the 1 year rule of YSRC government would be raised by the opposition TDP in the state assembly, he said. The TDP chief said the party activists should be cautious about betrayers, not be associated with them. Rise pension cards at people's doorstep in 10 days, aimed at issuing identity cards for various welfare schemes to beneficiaries in a time-bound manner. Chief Minister Y.S. Jagannath Reddy on Tuesday released the standard operating procedures SOPs for the welfare schemes. Under the SOP, Rise cards and pension cards will be given in 10 days of applying, Arogyasri cards within 20 days and House Pattas within 90 days to all eligible beneficiaries. Failure to deliver the cards or house pattas to eligible beneficiaries will be viewed seriously and the collectors and joint collectors will be held responsible for the same. Officials should see that this commitment is honored, failing which they will have to face consequences, Jagan said during a video conference with district collectors and officials on Spandana program. Terming the decision a revolutionary one, Jagan said the government gave a commitment to the people on welfare schemes and cards for various schemes should be distributed in a time-bound manner. Heavy rains likely in next 4 days. Under the influence of cyclonic circulation over East Central Bay of Bengal and neighborhood, a low pressure area formed over the region. It is likely to move northwestwards and become well marked during the next 48 hours. Following this, the IMD has stated that Andhra Pradesh will receive heavy rainfall in the next 4 days. According to the IMD forecast, light to moderate rain or thunder showers are likely to occur at many places in North Andhra districts and at isolated places in Rayalaseema till June 14. However, IMD issued a warning that heavy to very heavy rainfall is likely to occur at isolated places in North Andhra districts and Rayalaseema from Thursday to Saturday. Southwest monsoon is likely to enter all parts of coastal Andhra and Rayalaseema in the next 48 hours. However, some areas in the state recorded temperature as high as 40 degrees Celsius on Tuesday. Manchilipatnam recorded the highest temperature of 40.7 degrees Celsius, followed by Bapadla 40.3, Jangamaheshwarapuram 40.2, Tirupati 40.1, and Vijayawada 40. COVID count goes past 5,000 mark. COVID-19 tally breached the 5,000 mark in Andhra Pradesh on Tuesday. After 216 persons, including 69, hailing from other states, were reported to be carriers of the virus, the state's count reached 5,029. Two more deaths, one each in Krishna and Anantapur districts, took the toll to 77. In Vishakhapatnam, the cumulative cases crossed the 200 mark after 13 were reported to be positive in the past 24 hours. According to the media bulletin released by the State Command Control Room on Tuesday, 15,085 samples were tested between Monday 9 am and Tuesday 9 am. Of them, 147 from Andhra Pradesh and 69 from other states tested positive. One of the 9 fresh infectees is an employee of the famous Srikalahasti temple. This prompted the authorities to postpone resumption of darshan at the temple by 2 more weeks. In Guntur, 7 new cases were registered, pushing the district tally to 568. COVID-19 count shoots up to 212 in Vizag, 111 active cases. The district breached 200 mark in COVID-19 cases as 13 more tested positive on Tuesday. The total corona count in the district reached 212. Of the total, 111 are active cases and 100 people were discharged from hospitals after their recovery. One death was reported in the district. In all, 112 people are under isolation and 1,013 in 76 quarantine centers. 40,285 samples have been tested and of them 39,859 tested negative. Results of 214 samples are awaited. A former corporator tested positive. He recently went to Guntur to attend his mother's last rites. Over 300 people met the corporator to console him after he returned from Guntur. Officials are now trying to identify his contacts. The GVMC authorities and police barricaded Sivaji Palim. Family members of the former corporator and his car driver were sent to quarantine. The GVMC authorities took up a massive sanitization drive in all containment zones. 9 containment zones have been denotified as no fresh cases have been reported in the last 28 days. There are now 55 containment zones, including 30 very active, 8 active, and 17 dormant in the district. Case against TRS leaders for attacking Hind Mazdoor Sabha leader's house in Telangana. A day after a group of people pelted stones at Hind Mazdoor Sabha HMS leader Ambati Naresh Yadav's house in Godavari Khani on Monday, the one-town police have registered cases against several ruling party leaders and cadre, including ZP chairperson Putta Madhukar and Kamanpur Market Committee chairman Pudari Satyanarayanam. The case was registered based on a complaint lodged by lawyer named Gattu Vaman, who is presumably an aide of Yadav. Though Naresh was not home when the attack occurred, his 8-year-old daughter received minor injuries and his Scorpio car's window panes were also damaged. As per the FIR prepared by the local police, the plan of Pudari Satyanarayana and his men was to kill the Zambatin Suresh Rao. Attack on Medico. 300 doctors of Hyderabad Gandhi Hospital refused to resume COVID duties. Following the death of a 55-year-old COVID patient in Telangana's Gandhi Hospital on Tuesday, attendees of the deceased patient barged into the hospital and attacked a doctor on duty. They destroyed the plastic chairs and attacked the doctor on duty with an iron stool. He blocked the attack but was hit on his hip. Other doctors and nurses rushed to the safety and informed the police, said a doctor who is protesting amongst many others against the attack on a fellow doctor. More than 300 PG doctors treating the COVID-19 patients at Gandhi Hospital refuse to resume their duties unless their demands are met by the government. The State Health Minister's office approached the protesting doctors for a negotiation so that they can resume their COVID duties. The doctors refuse to get back to their duties unless the minister comes to visit the doctors to get to know the ground reality. Telangana government to appeal against SC order dismissing teachers' post in agency areas. Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao on Tuesday said that the state government would file a review petition in the Supreme Court on the apex court's judgment dismissing the GO number 3 by 2000 reserving 100% teachers' post in the agency areas for the local tribes. The CM instructed the officials concerned to study legal and constitutional provisions and file a review petition in the Supreme Court immediately. Government Whip Rekha Kanta Rao and MLA Athram Saku met the Chief Minister at Pragati Bhavan and submitted a memorandum to him stating the SC's verdict would go against the interest of the local tribals and urged him to wage a legal battle. The government in the past had issued a GO reserving 100% teachers' jobs for local tribes in the tribal areas notified in the 5th schedule of the Constitution. Some people went to the court in this regard, and after several stages, the Supreme Court dismissed the said GO. The TRS MLAs brought to the notice of the Chief Minister that the SC verdict would do injustice to the local tribes. They argued that for tribes living in the reserved areas prior to January 26, 1950, there was a system to reserve all the jobs for them. Hyderabad Deputy Mayor Baba Fasuddin lodges complaint against fake news on health. Hyderabad Deputy Mayor Baba Fasuddin has lodged a complaint with the Assistant Commissioner of Police Cybercrime Station against posts being circulated on social media platforms. The case was booked based on a complaint lodged by a personal secretary of the Deputy Mayor at the Hyderabad Cybercrime Police Station on Tuesday. Certain individuals have been spreading rumors about the health status of Baba Fasuddin on social media platform, the complaint said. In light of the rising number of COVID-19 cases in the Greater Hyderabad limits, the civic body on the lines of Ministry of Health and Family Welfare has issued guidelines for a standard operating procedures SOP for COVID-19 to contain the virus spreads in the offices. Telangana Congress to hold Godavari Jal Diksha program on June 13. TPCC President and Nalgonda MP N. Uttam Kumar Reddy has announced that the Congress would take up the Godavari Jal Diksha program on June 13. He said Congress leaders of concerned areas would visit pending projects across the Godavari on the day. The TRS was neglecting projects taken up by the Congress during the Jal Yagnam program, he said. Six more succumbed to COVID-19 in Telangana. Cases tally reaches 3,920. Telangana witnessed yet another spike in COVID-19 numbers as 178 persons tested positive on Tuesday. This takes the total number of cases in the state to 3,920, of which 2,030 are active. Meanwhile, as many as 6 people succumbed to the infection on Tuesday, taking the total death toll to 148 in the state. A majority of the cases were reported in the GHMC limits. The area saw 143 new cases. There has been a rise in number of cases in Warangal rural and Asifabad post-lockdown. These districts had very few cases before or during the lockdown. Further on Tuesday, 4 constables and 4 media persons tested positive for the virus. Central government teams to assist Telangana in coronavirus fight. 4 high-level teams of multidisciplinary experts from the central government will be deployed in Telangana as part of the centre's attempt at managing the COVID-19 outbreak in the state. These teams will be deployed not just in Telangana but in total of 50 districts or municipal bodies of 15 states across the country where COVID-19 caseloads are high. The idea is to provide technical support to the state governments for virus containment. Each team will have 3 members with 2 public health experts, epidemiologists or clinicians, and a senior joint secretary level nodal officer for administrative support. It is learned that they would visit healthcare centers to support the state health department in the implementation of containment measures. The districts that the teams would primarily concentrate on include Hyderabad, Medchal, Malkajgiri, Adilabad, Rangareddy. The move comes after COVID-19 cases in Telangana increased due to the relaxations of lockdown. At present, the state has recorded a total of 3,920 cases. The state has also seen a serious spike in casualties over the last few weeks.
With this, we conclude with our today's news headlines. For more such latest news and updates, like, share and subscribe By and Times.